Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another edition of the After Movie Special. I'm one of the hosts, Orlando Wilson.
Wrong.
I'm Riley Pierce.
Trent.
Chad Elwin.
John.
And we just got back from watching Cilantro. Sriracha.
Sriracha.
Sicario.
Yeah, yes. No.
Sicario.
Sicario.
No.
I'll tell you what.
Sicario.
Sicario?
Sicario.
Samsonite.
I was waiting.
Samsonite.
See, the thing, Elwin suggested this movie. He said, let's go see Sicario. I was like, I'm not watching a movie about Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon?
I did not want to see this, but it was actually good. Well, go ahead and give us a synopsis right quick.
Okay, so kind of sum up the movie here. You've got an FBI agent played by Emily Blunt. She's recruited by some shady people, I guess you could say, to go on a task force to try and take down the people responsible for an explosion, and that happens to her team. On a raid that went bad.
Yeah. The movie, I love. It was a good movie, man. I was very surprised how good this movie was.
It's really good.
Let's start from the beginning, like we said. I felt.
Wait, before we start.
Sorry.
Spoilers.
Yes.
Lots of spoilers.
All of them.
Lots.
All of them. I wrote them all down, actually.
Anything I can spoil, I will.
At the beginning, like we said, she's actually a hostage. Like she deals with hostages.
She leads a team of she leads a kidnapping team. Yeah. They don't kidnap. They retrieve hostages that have been kidnapped.
FBI SWAT team.
Yes.
FBI.
Yes. There's a team, a task force just for that.
Yes.
Yes. For kidnapping.
And she has a bad day from the very beginning. Gets shot at. The bodies in the house.
Yes.
Wow.
The only reason they discovered it though is because she got shot at,
Exactly.
and then the other one of the other principal roles. Daniel.
I don't want to say the black guy.
His character,
the black guy.
Daniel.
Whatever role he plays, discovers bodies in the walls of this house, owned by the drug cartel.
I wasn't aware that fresh drywall can hide the smell of like 87 rotting bodies. Like I didn't know. How does this happen? Like,
They were just living in there like it was normal, but as soon as they broke it down, good job putting the drywall up. But I mean,
that's some quality work right there. I mean, that's quality.
That's from Home Depot.
But you know what? I actually wrote this down too. Why didn't they wrap the whole bodies in?
Just the head. I'm like, you think you're trying to cover up the smell, right?
I don't think they were dead when they put them in there.
But they would still stink.
Yeah.
They would fight the drywall too being put up. I think that honestly, that's how they killed them. I think they put it around their heads like a plastic and suffocated them.
Oh,
lazy.
Killed them, and they're just like, all right, that's good. You know, easy cleanup. You don't have to really do anything else.
Right after that part, we called it.
I knew that was going to happen.
It was set up really well.
Absolutely.
The lock. He sees the lock on the ground.
Like nobody takes it into account. Like,
These are not even care.
Completely reckless. Like, let's go ahead and just open this thing up. Don't know what's next.
Yeah. There's a shed outside, and one of the officers is in there cleaning things out. And he finds a what I would assume is like a cellar door. And with a lock on it, and he's like playing with it. He's like, "Hey, we need to get this open." And then somebody, obviously out of scene, comes in and cuts the lock. And as soon as they open it, the shed explodes. And
how was none of them deaf at that moment?
Oh, no, they probably were.
Two died, right?
Well, there's a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Just from here up on the ground.
It was pretty legit. Like,
that was predictable, though.
Yeah.
Everybody knew.
I felt like it was coming.
That's something about that door.
Yeah. Josh Brolin, his character goes like he really wants Emily Blunt's character to join their task force.
Yes.
For like reasons unknown.
At this time. Yeah.
She didn't know what was going on, and us as a viewer, we really didn't know what was going on. We didn't know why they wanted her on the team. We didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
We didn't know what they were doing.
Why they needed her.
You were with Emily Blunt in the what would you say that is, like the
confusion.
Yeah, absolutely. You were in the same.
Just going as it gets.
Exactly. Yeah, there was no. They didn't let any information out as to what this force was for.
Oh, and they asked her if she would like to volunteer for this task.
Her boss did warn her beforehand. He's like, "This is your decision," and every step of the way was her decision, and she kept pushing.
Yeah,
I'd say that's what the movie.
Because she was like us. She wanted to, please don't quit. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know what's going on too. She didn't ask him how much she get paid though. That's what I didn't think about.
First question you asked.
You want me to risk?
I don't think her salary changes
exactly.
But if you think about it, the way it's written, the way they ask her that, like you have to volunteer.
Yeah, there you go.
They put it at the point where it's like, all right, it helps with the not knowing like what she's getting herself into.
Yeah.
So at the end, when the kind of the spoiler, the revelation that whatever they needed her for, or what they wanted her for, when they find out, or when her and Reggie find out, it's like, oh, okay, that's why you had to volunteer. That's why you had to be all on you. You wanted to come with us instead of
nobody forced you.
See, but she was. It seemed like being an FBI. She was trained to be a part of this whole by the book system, right?
Definitely.
And her motivation for joining Josh Brolin in that whole group was revenge. You know, they said if you want to catch the guys
who set the trap,
who
were responsible for the sack.
Yeah, so she's automatically triggered by revenge. So she's like, okay, FBI working with whoever, we're gonna go by the book. Well, not so much, you know. And I think there's a conflict with that, and like she didn't know whether, because she even said like, well, they do more than we do, and they're breaking rules.
Exactly.
And we're following the rules. We're not even scratching the surface. So that was her big conflict in the whole story.
What did you think about that scene with the cars moving through, picking them up, and taking them back out?
I thought that
first
was
bit
smooth.
of action.
That was pretty smooth.
You're talking about the part where they went and actually picked him up?
Yeah, the whole scene.
That whole setup
on the highway and everything.
Yeah. I felt the tension because it felt like when they went in there, they said you don't know who to trust. That's what it felt like. Like anytime those guys, like the police force,
the police,
they were there.
They
could have turned on them anytime. That's what it felt
exactly.
like. I was watching with them, like who is the person who could like turn them right now? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like watching everybody's movement. So I really felt like it put me in the scene. That's what I really enjoyed about the movie.
Okay.
Like that time right there. I was on the edge of my seat. I think you guys saw me kind of lean forward. Like, I did.
That's how you know it's like, and I'm like, oh wait, okay. They also introduced, but even before that, Benicio del Toro's character. What do you think about his character at the beginning?
At the beginning, I was like, who is this guy? They don't give any kind of explanation. He's just like, oh, I used to work here, but now I'm in Colombia. I do this. Like,
yeah.
So shrouded in mystery.
That's right. And then they basically give her the order of whenever he tells you to do something, do it. And she's like, he's not in my chain of chain of command. And he's like, and that's when he first brings up to her like, hey, you don't have to do this. You can stay here. And once again, like throughout the whole movie, she pushes her way through, and you're like.
Oh, I was thinking about the original part. Kind of missed it, but when she first meets Josh Brolin and. He's sitting there at that table. You know how somebody's in charge, like or badass when he is wearing flip flops.
Everybody's wearing suits, ties, hair. He just laid down like feet up, twirling his toes.
This man is running something. He's ridiculous important.
You know that guy's important when he. I thought it was gonna be real big and like explosions.
I liked that it wasn't.
I love that
it was so good.
I love that.
They created tension.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do they create that tension? Like you're just watching like.
It's just the subtlety of the unknown. It's like they put it. It's like you're driving and any one of these cars can be a car.
They're surrounded.
They were setting that up the whole time, like little bit by little bit, and that's what built up so much tension. That's
what was real subtle. What do you guys think about that interrogation scene?
Quote unquote.
Interrogation scene.
Let's bring it back.
It was very misleading.
This scene is outrageous because it kind of trick you just thinking like, okay, he brings in like a water jug. So you're like, oh, they're gonna waterboard this guy. You show a scene of a drain, and you're like, okay, blood, water.
See some blood and water flowing.
Nothing happens. And all you hear is some grunting noises. And you're like,
some grunts.
What just happened?
Like you said, we were standing over the guy. The guy was in the. he recognized him already.
Yeah, they knew each other.
And he's like right up on his crotch, is like on his
literally
chin.
in his
You can
face.
feel the heat. Yeah, you can feel the heat. It was on his cheek, like right on his cheek. You can feel everything.
You know what time it is.
I'm just gonna say, I said this already. The Benicio del Toro character needs his own string of movies.
Oh, absolutely.
He was primo role for him.
Like he was telling us when we were leaving the theater, there is already a second one for just Benicio del Toro's character.
I watch it automatically.
Yeah.
Not to like jump to the end.
No.
The movie was about him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
It was.
if you in the beginning they did tell us who the movie was about, we weren't paying attention.
I just
What do you mean?
We
When they
connected.
Yeah,
we didn't think about it till just now, but like
description,
when they tell
definition
you
of,
Sicario
yeah,
and what it means, then like at the end you're like, we all thought the movie was about Emily Blunt,
Yeah.
and in the end you realize it was never about her, always about Alejandro and his mission and what he was there for.
That dude was good, man. Like the assassination part at the end.
Okay, so we're there now. We're
But
there.
it wasn't even, it was Sam Fisher type shit. The whole time I was like,
Mexican Sam Fisher.
he looks, the way he walks, he looks like, he looks like Snake, right? He's got the gun on the back and a pistol in his hand, just walking. I was like, this dude is Snake, and Sam Fisher had a child and he was Hispanic. Like, that's him. Because he just walked,
Okay.
the whole...
quick as hell.
Man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is it me on the end scene when he finally gets to the house and he's talking about being Sam Fisher? Was it only me or I thought he was gonna let the wife and kid?
Oh,
I
you were the only one. It built up so much tension. I was like, he's not gonna kill
because
It's tit for tat, man.
He said that
Yeah,
he
you're
didn't
right.
understand English. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna speak in English. I'm like, okay, he's gonna let them go. Maybe no, that clearly didn't happen at all. I read that scene entirely wrong.
Is that line that says something about time to see God? Or
Yeah, he
That
says
was
time
right
to see
after.
God.
No, it's right before.
He says it in Spanish though,
Yes,
so
yes.
that
He says-
everybody at the table knows what he said.
He says because what's the main bad guy?
I don't know.
Fausto.
Fausto says, not in front of my kids.
Yes.
And then he goes, time to see God.
I see
It's sitting on the table, and so he does.
Yeah,
That was me.
When I seen that,
That was my
moment,
I was like,
he took out.
what happened?
As a husband and a father,
Oh
I
my
could not
God,
see
man.
those kids on the ground.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally did this and measured it so I couldn't see the underneath the table.
You're like, they're not gonna show. There they go.
Yeah.
No, I could not believe. I'm like, no.
He
No,
let
they
him
won't- he
live.
won't
He
do it.
let him live long enough to see that his
Yes.
family was dead.
Exactly.
While eating.
The only person
Yeah. He's like, go ahead and eat. Go ahead and eat. So let's go ahead and do our decision. If you would suggest it to other people, if you would watch it again yourselves. Start with Cole.
I'll definitely suggest it to people. Watch it again, not necessarily unless there's like a part 2. You want to see some other things that might connect it all together. It's a great movie though, great movie. But it's just one of those things where I feel like one time is good enough. I do like the action in it though. The action is like not like other action movies where it's like just cut, bang, 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 flash. It's actually like, all right, bow. You see people's heads get blown. So besides the tunnel.
Yeah.
I would also suggest it. I would also want to see it again just to see if like there's anything I've missed.
Yeah.
Because that movie, it seems like every little thing you think doesn't really matter, it has some. It plays something else. Like from the beginning, when they just give the description of what Sicario is, and then you don't take into account like, oh, whatever, Sicario, and then the whole movie you're like, why is Emily Blunt's character? This is what the movie's about, and then in the end you realize this movie was never about her. It was like her just experiencing this hitman who was there the whole time. So the whole movie, I just never knew who he was. Like,
Most likely to see it again, just for that same reason. If I missed something, or if apparently I missed the whole John Bernthal bit, but I would absolutely recommend it. Tell them to stay till the end and pay attention. The longer it gets. Definitely not a Netflix and chill movie. if you watch them, if that was the intention, she might end up getting upset. You're ignoring her. So I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I would, without a doubt, recommend this movie to anybody I know that has a question about it. But I would tell them not to watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's misleading. Or I might even tell them to watch the trailer because they're going to think this movie is about Emily Blunt, just like we did the entire movie. I would definitely recommend it. See it again. I think like Elwin was saying, just to see if I miss anything. Yeah, like he was saying, there's small stuff in there that played a big role. And then like Cole was saying, when there's a second one, I'll probably rewatch the first one. Yeah. So definitely a go to the movies and see at any time. It's a great film, great film.
So would I recommend it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
inside. But I definitely would recommend it. Watch it again. I'm really bad with watching movies again. I don't know what it is. I just like I don't like to do it. But if I had to watch it, someone's like, "Oh, I won't watch it unless you watch with me." I think it's so good. I want them to watch it. I will watch it with them. Like to what?
That's a very good point.
Watch it. The acting in it, I believe, was solid. Like everybody was really good. The action, it wasn't over the top, like you guys say, like crazy, like Hollywood. Yeah. It was like whereas it closer, like more realistic. Yeah, like I felt everything was like that. Yeah. And the pace was great. So yeah, I think we definitely go see this movie. It's an excellent movie.
Like the whole panel, I agree. I would suggest to go see this movie. I think I just read something where it didn't do so well its opening weekend, but I believe if people go see it, the word of mouth will definitely increase. You know, like I said, who even wanted to see this movie? I did not.
No, I didn't know
what the hell it was until we watched. So you watched the trailer then?
No, I suggested it because
it's cold. Did you see the?
No, I didn't see the trailer. I actually seen it just because looking at the reviews. It was online.
Yeah.
Okay. It was highly rated.
Yeah. So we all went in raw then.
I almost said I'm not going.
Yeah.
I did not want to see it.
I think the exact discussion we had was, there's nothing else, but if we can find something else, you watch that
instead. This will be the backup. It was either Sicario or Peter Pan. This was Mr. Pan.
And we made the right choice.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of those critic movies that critics would like. Like critic, I was like, I don't know if it's for me, but I would definitely suggest it for anyone. So, like, I guess it's 100% thumbs up from everybody already. We all liked it. Definitely go check this out. Come back and let us know what you think in the comments. But we'll see you guys later.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, suggestions, maybe a movie to watch next, go ahead and leave it down there in the comment. We can see it. Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Good job. All right. So we can go ahead and watch the movie and discuss it.
Remember, it's a discussion, not a review, with spoilers. Super spoilers. But thank you for joining us, and see you next time.